Do 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 do. Got to clean my glasses. Is it Zargaza? Hello. Look at everybody popping in. Hang on. Easy Lanes, Mary, Elizabeth, Batty, Dalton, Cameron. How is everybody? Miss Betty. McMadbry. McMadbry? Is that what it is? Alex, how are you? I'm in an ad. What does that mean? Betty Twin, how are you? Doug, thank you. Appreciate that. Doug from MD. Rusty, I can't control that one. I've noticed here lately that they have put up on some of the shorts. If you go to like something, the thumbs up and everything like that has been see through lately. And I don't know if that's YouTube trying something. I'm not sure what that is. Might be your settings. My day is going great. I got something today that I rarely get, and I got a day off. Yes. So I have been doing a little spring cleaning today. Alex said, I have not seen it. Yeah, take a look. Notice them. On my panel right now, everything is bright white. Easy Lanes, you were right. Every time I look, YouTube is changing things. Let me tell you, Nancy Guthrie, this case right here, it just keeps getting more bizarre and bizarre every day. They put up $1 million. Hopefully, that's a lot of money for certain people. I know we say, $1 million isn't, it isn't what it used to be. But for, certain people, that's a ton of money. So there's Miss Rosie. How are you? There's Miss Sarah. How are you? Yeah, no, trust me, it's a lot of money. But, $1 million for some people, depending on the business they're in. I've been losing hope here for a while. And I hate to say that, and I hope they find her. I hope they find her alive. Mr. Jefferson said, I got a new cat today. His name is Ozzy Osbourne. Very nice. Hello, Miss Judy. How are you? William, that's the hardest thing I think a lot of people are dealing with right now is the fact that you are watching children beg for their mother back. And I think that right there is one of the hardest things that people are really having issues with and watching. My day was bad / good. Hey, it happens. It happens. Someone got bullied for autism. Oh, thank you, Mick Badbra. Thank you. I appreciate that. We live in a world of bullies. And I would love to say that's going to change. It's not. These hand devices, these computers, we have a lot of keyboard bullies. Says, I know a lot of reporters at Nancy's house is drifting. I love that Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, definitely. Yeah, when you come into the room, make sure you hit the screen, double tap it, thumbs up. We always love your super chats. Send the super chats. We always love the little torches, the hearts. Yeah, we always love those. Adam, how are you? We did not, this last batch, we did not get any snow. We got some flurries, and that was about it. I know a lot of people up north are getting hammered by this blizzard, this nor'easter that hit. My brother called me today. He's in Georgia right now. and he said that it was really cold in Georgia today. Not, he said he got there Saturday and it was really nice. It was in like almost 80 degrees Saturday, and said right now that it's really cold in Georgia. Got 2 inches yesterday. East Cincinnati is very cold. Yes. Yes, Layla, not Kayla. Layla. Got 4 feet altogether. What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, Wyatt? Yeah, no, that first batch of snow, we really got hit here in Virginia, only for the simple fact that the snow was fine. It was the ice that laid on top of it and the cold temperatures, and it would not melt for literally a week. We had to wait for a week in some areas even to get the cars out. Sweetie, what are my hobbies? I like collecting ball cards. That is one of the things that is my hobby. It's been something that I've done since we were kids. Um, I'm trying to get Lucian into it. I love doing these videos. I love creating content, creating. I've been in meetings today with, YouTube and things like that. Um, we're going through these classes with YouTube. YouTube's teaching us a few things about some of the changes that are coming up. So we're learning. There's nothing drastic. They're going to focus more on a little bit of the membership side of things. That's why you saw a couple weeks ago I put a video up. The members, that was only for the members. They want us to go to the side of really taking care of our members a little more. And I need to do that. I am guilty of that. I need to take care of our members more. Hello, Miss Anita. How are you? Hello, Glow. We need to do that. And so we're learning new things. We're going over new things. They're showing us a lot of different things that can hopefully help us down the road. And again, that's where you're starting to see some a lot of new different things popping in. We're working on it. We are working on it, and yes, Sarah, I do work at a radio station. If you would have told my parents all of the college degrees I have that I would still be doing radio, and I would still be, none of my degrees are in communications. None of them. And, nope, not a one of them. And I do a sports show 6 days a week, literally 2 hours a day, and I talk sports. That's what I do. I've got a bunch of guys that work with me, and right now the guy that uh, is my primary host with me, he is in Florida. So we've got another guy that comes in, and I work with him, and he had to call a high school basketball game tonight. So we knew that was coming up, and we ran a best of show. So that's what we did there. Going to bed early. Have a good night. Miss Anita, love you. Take care. Praying for you. Rosie, I'll never forget about you. We could never do that. Yeah, a lot of people. Whoop, well, hang on. I got to get my sea spray. What's up? Alex, you are fine. You are fine. Yeah, no, trust me. This is YouTube's way of just looking at different avenues on things, and it's one of those things of not forgetting. When I do a video, uh, show it early to members, and then kick it off to everybody. It's those little things. Yeah, no, I'm never going to forget the room as a whole. You know that as well as I do. And these are just, these are suggestions from YouTube. YouTube's not mandating anything. This is just them sitting there saying, hey, if you've got members, make sure we take care of the members a little bit. And I get it. I understand that. That's, you guys are awesome. I completely understand that. Jaden, yes, I collab with Ron all the time. Uh, He sent me a couple messages today. I sent him a couple messages today. And you got it. Yeah. No, they just want us to be more aware of the channel as a whole. I think that's the thing. Oh, thank you. 6 7, 6 7, 8 9 10. We've taught two P's. We've taught Lucian, the little one on the channel. We've taught him how to do that. If somebody says 6 7 to him, he'll go 8 9 10. So we like that. I had smoked sausage and onion rings. Why not buttered sausage? You shouldn't butter sausage, but why not butter sausage? Remember me, Charlie's. How are you? Where is Lucian? He is upstairs. Like I said, I've been down in the basement cleaning some. He come down here with me and sat for about an hour. A little cold in the basement, so he had a pair of shorts on and decided he was going upstairs. Had his tablet with him, was playing a game, and uh-oh, I made spaghetti and garlic bread. Nice. My appetite hasn't returned since the flu. That buddy of mine who does the radio show with me, he had the super flu as well. Literally, I think his appetite still has not returned, and that's been almost 2 weeks ago, and he's been the same way. Yeah, Alex, he is upstairs. He is doing his thing upstairs. Don't be surprised if he doesn't, he'll pop in. I'm sure he'll make an appearance once he goes past the door and he hears that I'm doing a live. He'll open that door and he'll go, "What are you doing?" And I'll say, "Hey, we're on live." And he'll say, "Whoop, time for me to get the sprunkies." And he'll load up and he'll make his way down. Oh, I'm getting a flat iron steak on the there you go. Cut of beef. Absolutely. Any kind of steak, I'm good with. It's just part of life. Soup works. Yep, absolutely. I had some pasta tonight. And then I turned around and wanted a little something sweet, kinda. So I had a half of a peanut butter sandwich. I wanted that taste, So I got me some peanut butter. Yeah, you got to have something in your stomach. Beef stroganoff. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Everybody go over to Miss Jones' house. That is awesome. For hanger steak, you will think, "Oh, we'll do it. I will do it." Hanger steak. Uh, yes. Eat to live, not live to eat. Yes. Getting hungry all over. Wyatt, when we were kids, my grandmother would she would be cooking in the kitchen, and when she was cooking, she would sing that. "Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How about cooking something up with me?" And she would stand there and sing. She loved Hank Williams Sr., and she would stand there and sing that. Heavy D, there's nothing wrong with fried bologna. I'm telling you that now. We call it a nickel's worth. If you can get literally a piece of bologna as thick as a nickel, and you put that in a deep fryer, or you get that on the grill, and put a little mustard on it, and then put your little rub on it, and then put that on two pieces of bread, put your little onion on it, put your little cheese on it. You got your little something. Ramen is good. Thick cut, yes. Bitsy, what are you doing? I see ya. Be careful, Bitsy. They're gonna get you in a minute, and I don't. And they got you. Too many things like that will get you. Please be careful. I warned you. I have good moderators. I got a hot rod board and a $2 bill, and I'm headed over the hill. Look at you. I got a hot rod board and a $2 bill. Hello, Miss Jerry. How are you? You know, I love that old country music. That is something that um, we were watching some videos today, and it was more current stuff like that. And everybody has the same look, everybody has the same sound. Um, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm hoping, share with me some of the new artists. The one young lady that I really like these days is, what is it, Megan Maroney. She did the song about she's a Alabama fan and her boyfriend's a Tennessee fan, or vice versa, something like that. Brenda, virus horrible, second time getting sick. Absolutely, Miss Brenda. We can say that. We can say a prayer for Miss Brenda. Y'all give Miss Brenda some hearts. Let her know you're praying for her tonight. Guys, I'm telling you, this is not good. This little flu bug. For me, like a cigar. Okay. Yes, Hank Williams and June Carter. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody's saying hi, but Miss Jerry, that the chat is moving a little fast tonight. 48 people in the room, 40 likes. Double tap that screen. Hearts are coming up right now, saying some prayers for people. Saying some prayers for Miss Brenda tonight. It's a little flu bug. I was a highwayman, like a river deep and wide. Is that it? Sword and pistol by my side, but I'm still alive. Don't be a bum. Double tap that thumb and help the channel tonight. Yes. Let me tell you, Jelly Roll has, we go through cycles of things. And Jelly Roll has been one, I think, that has kind of brought a new audience into country music. Here's the question: would you define his music as country music? Or is it more of a mainstream kind of music that plays well on country radio and AC, adult contemporary or pop radio? I find him more a little bit down the middle. Jackson, Randy Travis, yes. Uh, oh, there you go. Had a Labradoodle named Johnny Cash. Yeah, Malaya's mom is not here yet. I have not seen her. Hopefully, Chris Stapleton. Heavy said he's country rock mainstream. Yeah, Chris Stapleton. Stapleton, I think. You know, Rusty, I don't think he gets enough credit. Upchurch, I don't think he gets enough credit for just how talented of a gentleman he is. And I don't know if a lot of it is behind the scenes. I know when I watch his videos and things like that, um, there's always something going on. Sometimes he'll cancel tour dates. Sometimes things will happen. Um, Heavy D said Upchurch was so good for so long. Yep. Heavy D said that's hillbilly. Um, but no, he was good for a long time there, and then it looked like his music just something happened there. He doesn't do record deals. He does some stuff personal. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me now. Okay, American Idol's got some people coming out. Okay, I just don't. Here's my thing, and people will come up to me and they'll say, "Hey, I'm going to do a YouTube channel or I'm going to do a podcast. And I want my podcast to sound like Joe Rogan, or I want my YouTube channel to be like this. And my first, Taylor Swift was, she was country at first. And my first question, and always back to somebody, is we've already got one of them. Why can't you just be you? You don't have to be a Johnny Cash. You don't have to be, I want you to be a Carson. I want you to be a Heavy D. I want you to be a Mr. Jefferson. I want you to be a WMCC. Just be you. Do what's ever going on. That, if you've got a dream, fight for that dream. Go after that dream. Don't let somebody tell you that you can't. Look, I am sitting here with a white beard and a grandpa talking to you on YouTube. And 43 people are in the room right now listening to us and talking to us and laughing with us. If you would have told me at 21 years of age that I would be sitting here years later doing YouTube on a YouTube channel, I'd have said, you are crazy. That's not going to happen. Here we are. Okay. Speaking on music, Man on the Run, Paul McCartney's Wing on this weekend. Okay. I like documentaries. I like the movies that explain the stories uh, of these artists. Exactly. Who would believe that I would be Santa? Who believe I got that phone call? You know what I'm saying? Peter, pretty good so far. Like I said, had a day off today. Um, so it has been a fairly decent day today. Can we have a laptop for Christmas? We'll see what we can do. I love documentaries. Piper, what's your biggest fear? We covered that last episode. My biggest fear is that a lot of people won't come to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I think that there is a large number of people that need to come to that journey. And if Piper is spamming, I'm going to say it every show. If you come in and ask me that question, I'm going to say it every show. Lincoln, do I look like Peter Griffin? Why, Peter? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? She's in timeout. Uh-oh. Judy, he's funny because when he sees a picture of Santa, I'll go, "Who is that?" And he goes, "That's you." And so that he knows that we do a lot with it. Stacy, how are you? Stacy, prayers for Stacy's father. He's sick. And for those of you new to the room, you see me writing down. Um, I write things down so I won't forget them, and then after being on here with everybody, I'll sit and I'll reflect, and I'll have some time to myself, and we'll say some prayers and do things like that. Elmwood Rosie said, I studied criminology in college. I did as well. That is what my bachelor's degree is in. And thought I was heading in that direction. Just didn't happen. So that's the avenue I traveled down. Uh-oh, Garfield and Ozzy. Oh no. I gotta make it to where I can't, that light. I'll show you in behind me. See that light? That light right there. If my big old noggin doesn't cover that. You know, the sad thing about it is that I guess if my life would have went in a different direction, but like I said, none of my degrees have anything to do with what, I do right now. Rusty said, I need help getting a YouTube channel together. Rusty, YouTube is not as hard as you think it is. Please don't make it harder than what you think it is. Uh, please reach out to me, Santa at YouTubeSanta.com. I had this conversation today with someone who had meetings with YouTube, and they were scared to death because they're concerned about how difficult YouTube is. And I tried my best to explain to them YouTube's not as hard as you think it is. Hi, Terry. How are you? Sarah is deleting comments left and right. Please be kind when you come in the room. Guys, 50 likes right now. If you're new to the room, come on in, say hello. I am a small YouTube channel. Let's try to. I'm going to pin your message right there. And guys, if you have the opportunity, go to that channel tonight and like that channel. Let's see if we can get some subscribers. Terry said, doing good. Reached 50 subscribers this morning. Collabs. And I'm going to share this with you because they were all 6'7". No, 6'7" is in here. A lot of people will sit there and say, oh, collabing with somebody doesn't help you. It doesn't. I had 2 people that I did videos with reach out to me today and thank me for collabing with them. Excuse me. They said you would not believe how much it made their day collabing with bigger people who have more subscribers than they do. And sometimes they're very small content creators, but boy, they put something out and you're like, I can't let that get by me. I've got to collab with that. And the one young lady, I collabed with her and Ron collabed with her. And I saw the video. She's the young lady, and I can't think of her name right now, but she's the young lady that is doing the waffle fries collabs with us. Okay. One of the collabs is how it went. Perfect. Yeah, no, that is how you get people to view you sometimes that you don't necessarily think will see you. Uh, every now and then I'll go through the subscribers list to see who is liking your page because we can see that. And I'm always amazed. I have a handful that are like 700, 800,000 subscribers. And then I've got a handful that's maybe 1 or 2 subscribers. And then there's a huge mix in the middle. And this huge mix in the middle is anywhere from 5 to 25,000, 40,000, 80,000, 90,000. You just never know who's in your channels. Yes, and let me tell you, that is a good point. It takes one of those videos to just catapult you. And once you get that video and it catapults you, it is huge. With Ron, when Ron pops in, Ron will tell you, he did one, and we talked about it before, where he's got a little toy, and he does the collab with me while you're pulling the toy. This is my toy. No, not your toy, my toy. And so literally you're pulling this way, and on the other side of the screen, somebody is pulling this way. So you collab with him to pull that toy. That video exploded for him. And when it exploded for him, the next couple videos exploded for him. And so it helps a whole lot. especially trying to follow Nancy Guthrie on here. Yeah, no, that's the sad thing, Rossi, is that uh, when I would love to sit here and do things on Nancy Guthrie every day, but when there's no news coming out and there's nothing that and it's the same story, over and over and over. That's the Thank you. Hello, Charlene. That's the biggest. JT, how are you? That's the biggest thing you run into. Um, Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna do this here, and I gotta get situated here. I have got. There we go. I've got a box at my foot. I've been doing. I'll show you what I've been doing today. Doing some cleaning, and like I said, I've been doing ball cards. So I've been putting them into top loaders. And for people who don't know, a top loader are the plastic sleeves that protects the card. And so I've been doing some of that today. And I've got that box setting right at my feet. And I'm trying to move around a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, I did see the video where they said somebody was there before, and now they're seeing two different videos on that. They're saying that somebody has found the backpack, well, a backpack. Not sure whose backpack it is, but they're saying that they found a backpack. Just a lot of stuff going on. Whitaker news. I will tell you this. Yep, she said they found a backpack. Yep, I saw that. I don't know what become of that. Two of the content creators out in the world made a reference to that Betty had left the house. The Whitakers are going through financial problems. I don't know where Betty went. I don't even know if it's a legitimate enough source to sit there and say, well, she is. You just don't hear anything right now. You just don't hear anything right now. Oh, hang on. There we go. Yeah, you just don't hear anything right now. Yeah, first picture, no backpack. Yes. No, the guy's just, it looks like a guy and he's just standing there from, I guess, William, I've got some of those myself. And again, got those as kids back in the day. Good night, Stacy. Have a great night. Praying for your dad. Absolutely. Very thin. Look, Betty's got some age on her. I think everything that has gone on where Betty is concerned, I think, we're seeing the effects of what has happened. And it's sad to say, but we are seeing some of that. Again, they are saying they're having financial problems. Again, I don't know. You don't know what to believe anymore right now. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's not true. There's nobody there. The courts have kind of, locked their hands down a little bit and said, hey, ease up on the donations, no donations, ease up on this, ease up on this. So you don't know. Last OMG, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, thank you. Rain, let me tell you, it has been a journey. Ooh, today is National Tortilla Day. Chipotle is giving free chips. Ooh, on digital orders. There you go. Yeah, Sarah, he said he was done. He was over this. Jerry, that is the rumor that's going on, is that Betty is not at the house. BJ and Larry are still there. So thank you, Terry, for doing that. Terry said, I'm going and subscribing. So again, check out what's pinned on the screen, folks. Go and support that content creator. Let's see if we can get the numbers there, guys. I A lot of people want to blame Mark. I can't blame Mark. I think Mark at the beginning had very good intentions. I think everybody in this process, somewhere along the line, and I've said it with Eric and I've said it with Patrick, and I don't know if Patrick's intentions were good at first. I don't know if Eric's intentions were good at first. I don't know. But I think once they started getting with Timmy and once they started helping reshape this family, I think, something kicked into them a little bit to where hopefully they saw this was somebody's life they were messing with. And with Mark's biggest thing was there was a plan there. They were going to help them get a house. There was a plan there. And they did the GoFundMe. They never could keep money in the GoFundMe for the simple fact Mark has stated the family kept coming in asking for more money, more money, more money, and they just never could keep the money there. Mark has made reference several times that he has sent them thousands of dollars, and he's always said it wasn't his money, it was their money. So when they called asking for it, he sent it. It was their money. You got it. I used to love watching Eric and Timmy together. Yes. You got it. Rusty. The Whitakers knew what was going on. Ray might not have, Lorraine might not have, Timmy might not have. Betty, Larry, BJ, there's Kenny, there's no doubt in my mind, 100%, they knew everything that was going on. Yeah, they were not oblivious to this. We've always said, even with Timmy was a lot smarter than people gave him credit for. When Mark first took those pictures and everything like that, you had seen a look of a family that you were like, wow, this family. And then once you got to know this family and once you got to really get the lay of the land of this family, I think you got to see that this family knew more than what they were putting on. They did. They knew what was going on in their own way. Yes. Rosie, yes to follow Mark. Not sure. Miss Ann, thank you. I love you. I hope you're doing well. There's Deb. Hi, Deb. How are you? I hope you're doing all right. No, here's one of the things that I think that you. There is a video of Mark. Oh, I think Mark was smart. He had a line he wasn't about to cross and genuinely cared. The Whitakers took advantage. Eric, I think, was overindulgent with Peric out for himself. Okay. Yeah. Very well said. Very well said. Mark did a video and he was talking about the people that he was helping in the world. Always thought Patrick was a bad influence on Timmy, cussing, obscene gesture. Yeah. A lot of people believe that. Yep, a lot of people believe that. But Mark was one that he made that video, and in that video, he makes reference to the fact that there are some people you just can't help in this world. As much as you want to help them, it starts with them. And we've said that about BJ. BJ has to have the willingness there to be helped. And if she doesn't want to be helped, guess what? She's not going to be helped. You're going to throw money at her. You're going to do things. You're just. And I think that's what Mark was at the very end when everything that was going on where Mark was concerned. I think Mark sat there and said, look, I tried. They didn't want the help. They wanted the money. Because, guys, I'm telling you right now, there has been enough money put into place for that family to where that family could have already had a new home. Plain and simple. That could have easily been done down the road. Yep. Yeah. Tammy, could have been. Could have been. Uh-oh. What's that? Santa, my husband, just said he has to do a YouTube show, so I will watch him. Rozzy, let's get him on here with us one night. Let's do it. The Boo Boo fan, thank you. How are you? BJ is beyond help. Yeah, Mark showed up because they thought Larry was dead. She had called and wanted money and said, my dad died, and Larry showed up. Something just, not Larry, Mark showed up. Something didn't seem right. So he showed up, and that man pulled up in the driveway. All right, Rain's got to go. But before Rain goes, make sure you go to the page, like the page. It is pinned right there. Let's help a small content creator tonight get some numbers in their page. And let's do that. Brenda, thank you so much. Brenda Lee Berry, thank you for the bronze medal. How about the USA winning women's gold and men's gold in hockey? Yes, USA, USA. I love it. Flew from California to West Virginia. Yeah, he thought he was coming to Larry's funeral. Yeah, that's the thing that shocks everybody. That man thought he was coming in to say goodbye, and when he gets there, Larry pulls up in the truck. You're welcome. No problem. As Larry stood, Miss Judy, right there he was. Looking at him just like nothing had right there. 50 people in the room, guys. If you have not liked the feed tonight, like the feed. Double click on the screen. Boop, boop. We've got 59 likes right now. Let's see if we can get to 100 by the end of the night. So glad they turned down tonight's performance with the president. Okay. I love my ferret. Ferret? I love my ferret. That kind of bothered me. When you come into a room and call yourself a pervert and you alert the room that you're the pervert, that kind of scares me a little bit. You might not want to do that. Yeah, you know, especially with the name ferret. Yeah, you don't insult that animal. You know, that. Wow, that kind of bothered me. It's a little toilet. I don't know if I like that name or not. Floating hardest solution. Absolutely. I am surprised that he has made it. Uh-oh. I am surprised he has made it 45 minutes. I filmed a video with him this morning, and he comes through the house. He's got 2 cookies in his hand. He goes under the living room table, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm eating two cookies." And I said, "Why are you under the table?" And he goes, "So nobody can come and get these two cookies." And I'm like, "We're golden." So he stood under, he laid underneath the table. Uh, yes. Yeah, no, he was hiding. Thank you, Miss Judy. Yeah, guys, let me tell you, all Girl Scout cookies soon. We usually will on the radio show. We usually will get one of the leaders from the Girl Scouts to come and do the show with us, just for the simple fact of getting us cookies. But no, we're always curious about the new cookies that come out. Does anybody know what's the new cookie this year? I have not seen the list of cookies, but I'm a thin mint macaroon, the peanut butter, the chocolate peanut butter one. Two ferrets, Martin and Jeff, 7.50 a box. I like to hide when I eat cookies too. Yes. MCC said, Rosie, I used to be a Girl Scout. I was an assistant leader for my daughter's training. Awesome. Samoas, yes. Really, does it depend on your area, the cookies that you get? Now, let me ask you this. Do you have a Girl Scout store in your area? We've got a place to where we can actually drive to. I know a lot of people see them in front of Walmarts and things like that. We've actually got the little store that we can go into beside the Girl Scout place and buy your cookies. Peanut butter patties, thin mints, yes. The peanut butter with chocolate thins just tastes like the one at the Dollar Tree. Tammy, they do. If you can get them, especially the thin mints, and a lot of people like to put them in the freezer and then put them in the milk and things like that. I'm with you. Not in upstate New York. Okay. Thin mints were like $2 a year ago. Hello, Angie. How are you? Glad to see you tonight. Rocky Road type cookie, Miss Jerry said. I'm glad. I am. Let me. That is such good news. Jesus Christ has been the change in your life. There's nothing wrong with that. That is awesome. $6 a pack in Ohio. Somebody said they were $7.50 a minute ago. Or like $2 back in the day. Yes. Rocky Road is $6.50. The other is $7.50. Wow. Hello. How are you? Peanut butter and syrup. It tastes like Reese's. Did you see where the people? I think it was the ancestors. It was family members of the original creator of Reese's came out and said, I don't know who owns the company now, but they came out and said, look, you're not using good ingredients in making Reese's. You need to be more vigilant on how you make these because you're not doing it right now. Lavender, thank you. Keebler makes okay. Grasshopper cookie, same thing. Yeah, upstate. They changed the recipe in Reese's. And so the family members came out and said, you need to stop. That's not fair to us. We've always been, very proud of the product that we put out as Reese, as the family, and it's not what you're putting out. It was the grandson. Yeah, there you go. Dalton said, I love the peanut butter cookies. Betty said, we have one of those stores here in Martinsburg. A lot of people don't have the cookie store. We've got one here in Roanoke. We've got one of the cookie stores. To keep the Nutter Butter. Oh, you can't go wrong with a Nutter Butter cookie. Yep, Keebler. Every time we say it, we need to get a nickel or something. We need. Okay, I guess they only certain products because they had to make shapes. Okay. Let me tell you, that's the biggest problem. Or a hole in the bowl? What's going on? You can order them online. Yep. Let me tell you, back in the day when you got a Girl Scout cookie, you got a Girl Scout cookie. Today you get them, they're smaller than what they used to be, and you don't get as many as you do in the pack anymore. I you're subtracting things from me, but you're adding things to the price. Come on, Girl Scouts. Way thinner than they used to be. Yes. Upstate said, I've been trying to find that elf tree my entire life. Absolutely. They're so good, though. They really are. And I'm telling you now, the ones with the peanut butter and the chocolate, if I get those in the car, they're not making it home. I'm telling you, I will stop at a convenience store and get me a little thing of milk, and I'm driving down the road. Jerry said I ate a box of Thin Mints. Peanut butter covered in chocolate contained bars, peanut butter fluff. Gotcha. Yeah, I know that the family those had issues with the way they've been doing it. Would last about 30 minutes. Thank you, Miss Barbara. I love you. I know last year I showed up in front of a Walmart and there was two little girls standing there and they had their Girl Scout cookies. And let's just say once I was done, those little girls won the trip to Washington D.C. and both of them got new bicycles. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, Judy, right. And isn't it amazing how we can take a bite of something and you'll be like, that don't taste the same like it did when it used to. That's how, we've grown accustomed to the taste of something. Reese's Easter eggs are phenomenal. Sarah, this is my Achilles heel that I will say if somebody will sit there and go, "What's the one thing that you dislike in this world more than anything?" The chocolate covered cherries and the Cadbury eggs that has like the creamy egg. I can't do it. Oh, it's just there is something about the creamy looking stuff that comes out of a chocolate covered cherry and the Cadbury. I can't do it. I cannot do it. That's where the flavor is. Okay. Blah, chocolate covered cherry. Yes. Miss Joan, my grandmother, she loved the black jelly beans. That licorice jelly bean. I'm talking, we would buy her bags of black jelly beans. They were awesome. Sounds skeevy. It's horrible. It is just, ACDC Guns N' Roses are coming to San Antonio, Texas. Nice. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Rusty said Jägermeister flavored jelly beans. Where are you getting your jelly beans? WMCC, I've got a nephew. I don't care what time of the year it is. He could eat his weight in Orange Circus peanuts. There is something about those peanuts that he just loves. No one said I work for Black. Yes, absolutely. Tagalongs. Okay. It's the same taste as black liquor. Okay. Now, let me ask you this: how many people like candy corn? I don't mind candy corn. I think candy corn has a place in the world, and I don't mind candy corn. But there's a lot of people that don't like candy corn. You know, Jerry and Rusty and everybody, I've never had a drink of Jägermeister, so I don't know what. And if it tastes like black jelly beans, then I don't mind it. But I have no desire to try Jägermeister. Judy, get you the jelly beans. What is it, Jelly Belly? They have a game that you can get the jelly beans, and it's got the little wheel, and you spin the wheel, and it comes on the colored jelly bean or something, and it's the taste challenge that you do with the jelly beans. Some jelly beans will taste like popcorn. Some jelly beans will taste like cherries. Some jelly beans will taste really good. But then you'll get some that'll taste like grass. You've got some that taste like sweat socks. It's really, what is it? Bean boozled. There you go. Wyatt said, I'm out. I'm tired. Wyatt, have a great night, buddy. The liquor called Ouzo. Okay. Absolutely. We will pray for Randy tonight. Absolutely. And Miss Barbara as well. You got it, Miss Barbara. You know that. Yeah, the spoiled milk and thing. It is. We do it on the show every now and then. We'll bring the box in and we'll play it on the radio. What do you mean? What happened to Pokemon? Pokemon's still here? Uh oh. Got to play with my daughter. Yes. Game stresses you out. Not vomit. Anything but vomit. Miss Judy, you're messing with us now. You were just messing with us now. Yep, Donald Trump's address is coming on. State of the Union. You got it. Well, guys, I'm going to let you go tonight. Like being said, State of the Union is coming on. If that's your thing and you want to watch that tonight, please feel free to watch that. Ton of ball games on tonight as well. If it's not your thing, you can do that. I'm going to try that, Miss Judy. I'm going to try that and see if we can get that taste where we need to. Yes. Not tried them selling KFC flavored jelly beans. William, they've even got the KFC cologne that smells like the fried chicken from KFC. They were selling that a couple years ago. And they got the logs that you put on your fireplace that smells like fried chicken. That's good marketing. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for the Guthrie family. Guys, pray for the people in this room tonight. I love you. God loves you. Go do something good for somebody tomorrow. Everybody enjoy your night. We'll see you next time. Thursday night, we'll be back 8 p.m. Y'all have a great night. Love you. Bye.